Hello everybody, welcome back to Stonehearth. It's been a while, I know, but we've been waiting on updates, as you know. We're now on Alpha 2, and we're on still the same release number, 0.1.0. It's release 53. As for new things, this is just going to be a quick video because, like I said, the things that have been added are pretty slow going at the minute as we get going. And we now have a thing that tells you everything, what's been added recently. So we've introduced the Trapper, which we'll get to. So we got a new job for one of our villagers. We've got a Fog of War and new AI Scheduler. Scheduler basically just makes it a lot more efficient. Just a new way of thinking about it. I'm sure if you want to know more in detail about that, go to the site, go to the wiki, whatever. The Fog of War is, as you would think it is, like usual real-time strategy games, you can only see areas that you can actually see. And if you've seen an area and you vacate it, you no longer know exactly what's going on in that area. The usual rules. And also now a quick start is that pretty much just drops you straight in. It's like the old way of starting a game, but quicker. Now this is good for, like, we're still in alpha, it's good for just quickly getting in and seeing what's changed, because we still don't have the ability to save a game. New game has changed a little. You now get a map, and it tells you little details about it. Now at the minute there's nothing really out there that was not there before. You can get a new one generated, and the thing is, it's not, once you pick an area, that's not like, oh, you must build there. If you like pick an area on this map and you're not happy with it, you can still move around like you did before. It's just that this gives you an overview of the immediate area and you can select one that you like. So I don't know, this looks good, we'll go around there, and then everything's as normal. Now, like I said, I'm going to keep this one short. There's not been any new items added, but there has been changes to how the jobs work. Now at the minute we've got the Carpenter and the Trapper. Before you used to, well, I'll get to it, but when you used to make the Carpenter, yes, we know all this, you used to build the little stump, the little workstation, and then you'd select someone to go and work there. It doesn't work that way anymore. You now have tools. I'll show you when we get there, but the Fog of War is in play at the minute. You see it's real dark, or darker. And like I said, you can still move around, so if you're not happy with the area that we picked, like I'm not, because there's no food. This'll do. So, same as before, drop them in. You can see this area is now lighter, you can see what's going on. And you can see what's out there because we've seen the map. We know what map is out there, but we don't know things like these sheep now, which have been added. We can now see them. You wouldn't be able to see them in the dark areas, and I believe if they go into the dark area, even though we know they exist, we don't know what they're doing, so we can't see them. So everything up until now is the same as before. If you look down here, you'll see we've got a saw, which is for the Carpenter, and we've got a knife, which is for the Trapper. So I'm not going to play the game, I'm just going to keep this one short, like I said. So this is all the same, nothing's changed. I believe all this is the same, and the items you can make through the Carpenter are the same. But the way of doing it now is they added this because they realized that, like, you could make an infinite amount of Carpenters, which was kind of stupid. So we're going to need a tree. Cut me some trees down, please. Might as well get me some food while we wait. But you now have a saw. You only have one of those. Like, this burgeoning civilization arrives with a saw, so you can select someone as before. So we'll pick Sean Farstrider, why not? And now with the different things, he'll come and get the saw, change as they used to, as normal, but he still doesn't have a workstation, so you click on him and you build it, and then that functions exactly how it did before. So he'll make the area now. This is now, like, the whole job is totally controlled by him. So you can now click on him and do all the usual things. Sorry about that. I should really mute that. Yes, like you see, you still need cloth. We've got no way of getting cloth yet, so he works the same. We'll leave him be. Now the trapper works the same way. You have to select someone, so we'll pick Leah. You sound good. She'll do the same thing. Because we've got no way of making new tools at the minute, we're almost confined, constricted into what we can actually do. Now, as for the trapper, I've been reading on the forums, a lot of people, including me, aren't really happy with how this works, because the whole vision of this game for me, and a lot of people it seems, was that once it's running, like you've made a carpenter, you've told him what to do, he gets on with it, and that's his job. You don't control him directly. As the trapper stands, you do. You tell them where to go. And it's a little cumbersome. Now they said that this is in place just to give us the trapper to play with. Eventually you will just be able to tell her or him to go out and hunt. Apparently. That's still been worked on. We don't really know anything more. So, I may have picked a bad place. Because if there's nothing on this little ledge, you might not be able to catch anything. Let's have a look around. But yeah, I don't like this idea of being able to directly influence people. Now when it comes to like soldiers, then maybe that makes sense. I'll accept that. But I don't know, I didn't see it on the forum, but I did see somebody commented that the developers said that this is just temporary. This is just give you something to play with, because they realise that it's been taking so long to get things out. So I wonder if you can actually. No. Interesting. Oh, here we go. Rabbits. I can't remember if this was on the last update when I did the last video, but the day seems quicker somehow. Don't know why. And new music as well. Alright guys, we had a crash there. That's the first crash I think I've had. Alpha, yep, it's gonna happen. Now I'm gonna have to edit the bit where it just crashed, so where should I start? Yeah, the actual trapping, you just move around as such. Now if you click the snare trap, you'll see this target. If you go out of range of her, it turns into an X, which means like she can't trap anything. Now it literally, as it stands, and I said this isn't how it's gonna be, but you just snare things. And then click on them. It says you can tame them, but that's not yet implemented as it says, so all we can do is harvest them. That literally means that she just turns it into items. She puts them in a little bag, which she can carry 4 things of, so again, you can catch 2. Efficient. Aha. And then you're gonna say unload your bags, and what she'll do is she goes back to the camp standard, the center point, puts everything down, and the normal workers will come and drop off her things. So we got some mutton jerky and then some wool. So I'm guessing when we have like a tailor or someone who deals with cloth, they will turn things like the wool into the cloth and things we need like for the beds. So yeah, that's really about it, and I don't want to risk another crash. So I'm sorry that this is short, but what can I do? There's nothing else been added. When I've got more information, I will make another video. But I know if you're following this game, you'll know that I've missed a couple of updates, and that is literally because there hasn't been enough to warrant making a video. So like you can see here, we're on a whole new release like Alpha 2, and I've shown you everything that's new. So that's about it for now. So as usual, thanks for watching guys, and stick with this game. I know it may seem frustrating early on because it's slow going, I've just shown you a crash, which I really didn't want to. But yeah, still in alpha, so don't worry, I've still got high hopes for this game. So thanks for watching, and I shall catch you next time.